So let's look at the greatest comedy ever made. Yes, The Room. Unfortunately, The Room is supposed to be a drama. The Room is widely considered to be the worst film ever made. It is described as the Citizen Kane of bad films. Just like Kane, the film is directed, written, produced, and stars Tommy Wiseau, while Kane was written, directed, produced, and starred Orson Welles. That being said, these two films are nothing alike. One is the worst film ever made, and one is considered the best. Guess which one? The Room is a film about the nicest guy on earth, Johnny, and how he is surrounded by a bunch of jerks. Such as Lisa, who says she loves Johnny but doesn't love Johnny, and instead has an affair with Mark, because she loves Mark now. Well, that sounds terrible, and that's exactly what it is. The Room is a monstrosity. There is no redeeming qualities to the film. For the first 30 minutes, the film seems to be on repeat, like it's on some loop. Firstly, Lisa and Johnny had sex, and Lisa talks to her mother. She says she doesn't love Johnny anymore. Lisa sleeps with Mark. That is pretty much the entire film, with some small unnecessary bits thrown in. The characters are some of the most idiotic, unlikable people to be put onto the screen. Lisa is incredibly stupid. She has the brilliant idea of telling Johnny that she is pregnant, because it would make things interesting. She lies to her mother, saying that Johnny got drunk and hit her. The mother's reaction is just as terrible. What she says is Johnny doesn't drink. That is your reaction to your daughter saying that she got just hit? Bro, you are a terrible human being, and yet you wonder why nobody listens to you. You give terrible advice. She tells Lisa to marry Johnny not for love, as any normal human being would, but for financial support, because a woman can't support herself, apparently. And let's not forget Mark. He is incredibly stupid, who is incapable of understanding a hint. But of course, Denny is the worst. He is a creepy bastard, one of the most creepiest characters put to screen. After we are first introduced to Denny, Johnny and Lisa decide to go upstairs to have sex. While this is weird and mean, Denny decides to go up there and join them. What? Denny is creepy. While the characters may be some of the worst ever put to screen, the acting is even more abysmal. No one is good in this film. But the worst is Tommy Wiseau. The moment he walks through that door at the very beginning of the film, you witness the worst piece of acting ever put to screen. When he utters the line, "Oh hi babe," wait, correction. The worst piece of acting ever is when Tommy enters the florist. None of it makes sense. The store owner didn't know it was him, but he is her favorite customer. And then he says, "That's me." Why? And then he says, "Oh hi doggy." That isn't acting. That is a disgrace to the whole profession of acting. Worst performance ever. Wait, it even gets worse. Later on, at everyone's favorite spot, just watch this scene.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
That is beyond terrible. That is beyond a disgrace to acting. This is something. I don't know how to describe it. It's like George W. Bush's presidency. It's that bad. The Room, for all its heinous crimes, it does have some memorable moments. Just, those moments aren't good. Like when he shouts at Lisa. Show a scene.
To hit you! You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
I feel inclined to apologize to James Dean. Tommy Wiseau is a fan of Dean, and that is a quote taken right out of Rebel Without a Cause, a far superior film to this. Then again, Batman and Robin looks like The Godfather when compared to this piece of crap. The film, unsurprisingly, contains so many random moments. When Lisa is talking with her mother, which happens all the time in the film, as they are always discussing the same thing, In one conversation, Lisa's mother says she has breast cancer. Then it is immediately dropped and is never raised again. But most we get from Lisa is that she'll be fine, and that her love triangle is more important, which she continues to discuss. You know, if she broke a fingernail, that'd probably be more devastating for her. Because, you know, it's not like cancer matters. And up on everyone's favorite rooftop, a man asks Denny where his money is, and points a gun at his head. And then everyone else shows up, and Tommy and Mark take them to the police station. Convenient timing. Another completely random scene is when Tommy is in a cafe with Mark. They're discussing Tommy's customers, and then all of a sudden, he asks Mark how his sex life is. Wait, what? Should I really be surprised at this point? And of course there's a moment involving football, because America and football and suits. They play football in their suits. Where's the logic in that? Do they go to weddings and funerals in football Guernseys? I don't want to know. The room also has some of the strangest plot conveniences ever. For example, Tommy is up the stairs. Lisa and Lisa's mother enters the house. Lisa tells Lisa's mother for the 100th time that she doesn't love Johnny anymore. And then they walk out. So they just entered the room to discuss that, and then they leave. Johnny decides that he will record everything. So he just happens to have a tape recorder in his pocket, because you know who doesn't have tapes in their pockets? And apparently Tommy has magical tapes that never run out. The film ends with Tommy discovering the truth, because Lisa is an idiot, and he goes on his anger rampage that is hilarious to watch. Before he shoots himself, because after being in such a stink pile of a film, who wouldn't want to kill themselves? And the film finally ends. The Room is one of the most bizarre films ever made. It is incredibly bad and is a crime against art. But in a strange way, it is enjoyable. It's hilarious to watch. Unbelievably bad, but yet enjoyable. I recommend that you should watch this. It's a film that is horrible and amazing at the same time. The Room is The Room. While the title makes no sense and it's film filled with completely pointless and random moments with subplots that are never brought up again, the film is worth your time. The Room, however, has no redeeming qualities to it whatsoever, apart from the fact that it is funny to watch. The Room is an F. It completely fails as the first F, and well deserved. Thanks guys, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more.